at something. I can't remember if this is something you guys suggested or something that I found.
Me.
Thank you, Bender. We're gonna check out what a Japanese either person or dame, or I'm not sure which, explains what is really said in Street Fighter 2. So, some of the stuff that you hear all the time in Street Fighter 2, apparently they're going to explain what you actually hear in terms of, like, the fighting yells. So, I'm a little intrigued, and this could be kind of interesting. This feels like it's something like, drunk Japanese react. This might be something similar to that. So, let's take a look.
Is he saying...
Jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did.
Yes, you did, Charlie. Holy shit. You did scare me, Charlie.
Is he saying, are you Ken? It sounds like a Dugan. Wait, is he even speaking in Japanese?
Attack the fruity kid.
No, I'm not saying attack the fruity.
Chat, I'm gonna be honest. With the hurricane kick, do you want to know what the first time I ever heard that audio clip, like saw that move and heard the audio, you want to know what I thought it said, what was being said? I basically thought it was saying, like, psych, that's bullshit. You're not getting me this time. Taisa, you didn't get me this time. Yeah, the first time I heard
Japanese?
Attack.
Yeah, this.
Wait. It sounds like a Dugan. Wait.
I thought he was saying, like, psych, that's bullshit. That's what I thought he originally thought was actually, like, granted, I knew it wasn't actually being said, but I felt like that's what it sounds like. It sounds like someone saying that's bullshit at the end of the kick.
Is he even speaking in Japanese?
Attack the fruity kid.
No, I'm not saying attack the fruity kid.
If they're actually speaking Japanese in this game, why doesn't it sound like it? And more importantly, what do those words even mean? I'm gonna break down all the Japanese you hear in Street Fighter 2, from the special moves to the meaning of the writing on the different stages. And just for fun, we're gonna take a look at this game too, and try to figure out what means. But first, let's start with Street Fighter 2 and the most iconic character in the game, the chicken guy on the Chun-Li stage.
What?
Round one, fight!
One cut, another cut, turn it outside, one cut, hold it back, hold it, start the whole chicken comes out, and the whole comes out like this.
The most iconic move is the Hadouken, but it doesn't sound like Hadouken at all. To me, it sounds like a Hadouken. Why does it sound so bad? It's mainly because of the limitations of technology at the time.
Yeah. She said it before I could. We are into the somewhat nascent capabilities of including actual voices in video games. So it's not surprising that the voices in these games is not exactly stellar. They were probably actually pushing the limits of what they could do with voice work or voice sounds in a video game when Street Fighter came out. And Mortal Kombat for that matter. Like, Mortal Kombat pushed the first Mortal Kombat pushed it even further than Street Fighter 2 did.
So when you're playing, you hear the sound of the punching and kicking and then background music and that makes it so difficult to hear. So that's why everything that the character says sounds so.
Hell, Raiden Spawn, how about Scorpion saying, "Get over here"? Like, you could actually understand Scorpion saying, "Get over here" in the original Mortal Kombat. And, like, that is leagues more than the voices in Street Fighter. Like, the two games came out at roughly the same time, but the difference is they utilize, I think, different technologies for their games. Like, Street Fighter 2 went, like, pure digital from start to finish, whereas Mortal Kombat used, like, photo capture for all of their game sets, so they didn't have to digitize so much of it, and that may have allowed for them to get in better quality voice in the audio, because it wasn't like the system wasn't like coping with so much digital artifact, or like, all at the time when Mortal Kombat was working with that's why Mortal Kombat's movesets maybe don't seem as smooth as Street Fighter's, because all of the moves done in Mortal Kombat are shadow stills. They are flat out photo stills. That's how they captured the imagery for everything. And so, then they were able to, instead of needing to have the computer system work on so much compression and digitalization, I guess maybe it might have freed up resources to allow for actual true to sound voice acting into it. And this is all speculation. Bear in mind, I am not claiming to be an expert. I'm just with my limited knowledge that I have on this, it's my speculation of why the voices in Street Fighter 2 are so poor in comparison to Mortal Kombat that only came out like a year later.
Muffle, like. But what does Hadouken means in Japanese? Ha means wave, like a wave in the ocean. Do means movement. Ken means fist. Combined together, moving wave.
Fun
fist.
fact, Scorpion's famous Get Over Here soundbite has stayed the same over all the games, despite his actual VA changing over the years. It was recorded by Ed Boon for the first Mortal Kombat and has remained to this day.
I could see that. The Get Over Here is, iconic. When people think Mortal Kombat, they think of Scorpion saying, "Get over here." And so, fuck's sake, in the latest Mortal Kombat movie, the character of Scorpion is actually a hero in that one, speaks Japanese for the entire movie when he is on screen, with the singular exception of saying, "Get over here." When he does that line, when he basically throws the chain spear through Sub-Zero's arm, it cuts back to him. It's his big entry into the final fight, and he says in English, "Get over here." And all the rest was him speaking in native Japanese. The fact that that singular line is the only one of his spoken in English tells you how iconic it is.
Next move is. Actually, he's saying.
And tell me, okay, chat, I'm gonna say this, and you tell me if it doesn't sound like it. The dragon uppercut? I always thought it sounded like saying, "Are you kidding?" When he does it, when you hear the voice, tell me it doesn't sound like, "Are you kidding?"
Next move is.
Tell me it doesn't sound like, in a way, he's saying, "Are you kidding?" Yeah, it kinda sounded like it. Like, at least when I was young. The first time I heard it when I was young, that was what I thought it sounded like.
Actually, he's saying Shoryuken.
Shoryuken.
Sho means rising. Ryu means dragon. Ken means fist. So all together, rising dragon fist. I heard that a lot of non-Japanese people heard it as "Are-you-ken" or "Sure-you-ken." That's so funny that non-Japanese.
And I'll agree with the "sure you can." Yeah, cause as things went on, "sure you can," it did sound like that. It did. I 100% agree with that. But that was as I heard it more and more, it started off with "Are you kidding?" And then Sure you can. Sure you can. It's like it's the same voice line, but it's like its meaning has seemed to have evolved in our minds the more and more we hear it.
Japanese people, try to make up the word in their own language, which we do it a lot. We actually have the same phenomenon called soramimi, means useless ear. And next, we get the most mysterious moves. It's not your fault if you couldn't hear what he's saying. It almost sounds like and I also heard that
I firearms instructor. And I'm not a dingus. All the time.
some people hear this. How's the shampoo can? How's the shampoo can?
Okay. I never thought how shampoo can, but given this? Okay. Yeah, I can see it. I could see it. 100%.
You don't know what you're saying, do you?
Of course I do.
You don't know what you're saying.
Of course I do.
You don't know what you're saying.
I do.
So, he's actually saying Tatsumaki senpukyaku. Tatsumaki means tornado. Senpu means spinning.
Stop! Oh my god! I am so glad, A, that my cat's bowls are in a holder so my cat can't do that. But you know what she does instead? She'll do that on my leg instead and just start pawing my leg saying, hey, 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 hey. So, yeah. I don't get the loud clattering of the bowl, but I do get claws in my thigh from her pawing at me, saying, pay attention to me, I'm hungry. Hi.
Wind. Kyaku means feet. So, Tatsumaki senpukyaku is powerful spinning leg kick like a tornado.
I'm sticking with Hatachefruke.
I didn't understand what he was saying either. Even though it was saying in Japanese, my own language, I don't think I can ever understand what he was saying. But in Japan, when you buy a game, they used to come with this small booklet that they talk all about the moves. So they also put the Tatsumaki senpukyaku, how to read it, and then what's the special about the moves and stuff. But those aren't the only Japanese words that are used in the game. Actually, E Honda and Chun-Li actually spoke in Japanese in the game.
Wait. Chun-Li spoke in Japanese? Listen, okay. Honda I know is Japanese, he's a sumo wrestler, but correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while. I thought Chun-Li was Chinese. Yeah, okay, I'm not crazy. I always thought Chun-Li was Chinese. Why is she speaking Japanese then? And also, it's just the language from the game because it's a Japanese game. Okay, alright, so I'm not crazy. Okay. And Tanashi, her thighs spoken sexy. No question. Okay, chat. Honesty time. How many of you, if you ever saw a video of Chun-Li fighting, how many of you paused when she either did her high kick or her with the upside down hurricane crane kick, whatever it is. Let's forget spinning bird kick. That's what it is, spinning bird kick. Yeah. Same thing with Cammy too, huh? I bet you did the same goddamn thing with Cammy too, with her moves, because she had some acrobatic moves. Yeah, the Cammy pose. There you go. There you go. Hefe, please tell me you're joking. Please tell me you're joking when you say you don't know who Cammy is. Okay. Chat. Someone, I beg of you. Please. Lear? Really? You don't know? Oh, okay. We are pausing this video. Hang on. This is Cammy. This is Cammy. Okay. You find, here we go. This is Cammy. Yeah. So, that is who Cammy is. Education complete. Oh, don't even get started on that, King. But I do think they brought it back. I do think they have recovered. I'm not muted. I'm not muted. I know I'm not muted. Maybe Gorfthor. I'm not sure.
But before we talk about that, let's check out this character. Actually, I never heard of that game until Mr. Eats told me about this game. But he told me that Mortal Kombat was actually as popular as Street Fighter 2.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Raiden.
So Raiden is the god of lightning in the game. And in Japan, we have the same god in the same name, Raiden-sama or Raijin-sama. You see a lot of small drums around.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but was Raiden considered Japanese or was Raiden considered Chinese? Cause I don't remember. Was he because Liu Kang was okay, Raiden was Japanese. Okay, I could not for the life of me I could not remember if they made him Japanese.
Around him, he looks kind of scary or a little bit like a demon, right? But in the Mortal Kombat video game creator,
wait, in the they tried to make him an Indian god? What? When did they try to make him like? Fuck, the first movie was goddamn Christopher Lambert, so he was French. But he was still like, I thought he was like Chinese because he showed up at like a Buddhist temple in the first Mortal Kombat movie. That's why I wasn't sure if he was supposed to be Japanese or not. But they tried to make him an Indian god? Why? Why would they make him an Indian god? Yeah, and let's not forget Mortal Kombat 2. Christopher Lambert didn't do it, and they did something with Raiden in that movie. King, yeah, you know what? You could be. Oh yeah, James Remar in the second one. I don't have anything against James Remar as an individual or as an actor, but holy fuck was that a downgrade for Raiden in Mortal Kombat 2 from an acting perspective. That was a huge downgrade. Like, say what you will about Christopher Lambert. I liked him as Raiden. I thought he was actually a pretty good Raiden, especially when he had those commanding moments. His voice, the quality of his voice, actually did allow for that commanding presence. So, I love that. And James Remar didn't have it. He just did not have it. He was not a good choice for Raiden in Mortal Kombat 2. Unfortunately.
he wanted Raiden to look like the character from this movie called Big Trouble in Little China.
Really?
So, because it's a Japanese
Okay.
character and
Interesting. So that was the inspiration. The
Called-
inspiration was okay, chat, don't kill me. But I have not seen Big Trouble in Little China. I do need to see it. I've heard about it. I do want to see it. I've just never gotten around to seeing it. But I've not seen Big Trouble in Little China. Don't worry, I'm going to watch it. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's on my list. I know, maybe I'll, if the cases are slow tomorrow, I'll probably watch it in between cases. But that's interesting that this was the inspiration. Taiso, no change. No change. So.
Big Trouble in Little China. So, because it's a Japanese character and I'm Japanese, I'm very curious what he's saying. Wait, one more time? Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know exactly what he's saying, but to me, he's saying, Bai mai noroe! Very close, right? Bai mai noroe! Bai means boob or boobs. So,
was Raiden saying Booba? Foot. Raiden! Naughty. I like it.
bye! Mae narae is the line-up motion that kids have.
Line up and let me grab your boobs. Okay. Wait. Wait. Okay, he's a little too low. If it was really line up, they should have elevated him by about that much. Yeah, this is more dick or coochie level, depending on who you're fighting. So, line up. Line up and let me grab your boobs. If this translation is accurate, Raiden is saying, line up, I'm grabbing your boobs.
Mae narae! So in English, boom! Line up! And you know, when you look at the Raiden's move, he's actually doing line up.
Wait. He's also pulling down Johnny Cage's shorts. Raiden! You're pulling down Johnny's pants here. Raiden. This is, well, I suppose it's actually a very effective way to fight, but I mean, come on now. Raiden pulling some borderline SA shit here right now. I suppose that's how you win. I mean, you know, grab and squeeze is a legit fight tactic.
Morty Raiden is saying, line up the boobs. Ayy.
Thank you. I now have induced tinnitus. Thank you so much.
Doing lineup move. So boom!
Raiden be thirsty.
Well, or hungry, depending on who he's fighting. I don't know if be thirsty with Johnny. Probably more like hungry. You can't stare. Yeah, I don't have that on my soundboard, but damn it, you're right.
Line up!
The words that he's screaming, it's not real words. But some of the things that Americans thought he was saying was...
Your mother's from LA? I don't know. I'm sorry. Let me hear that again. I didn't hear that.
He was saying was...
Now, I'm sorry. That doesn't say that. I don't know how you were hearing that. I don't know. I'm not buying that.
I can understand. LA! LA! Your mother's from LA!
Yeah.
I'm not convinced about the your mother is from part.
Honestly, it honestly just sounds like gibberish. It always from the very beginning just sounded like just a gibberish war cry. Kind of like, you know, when you're in martial arts and you just like yell when you perform a punch or a kick or something, and it's just like you just yell to either express the energy or to spook your opponent. That's kind of always what I thought it was with Raiden. It's like not even actual words, just babbling to just yell something while you're doing this attack.
I think he says pai. So now let's go back to Street Fighter 2. And let's take a look at what E Honda is saying in Japanese in the game, and also Chun-Li. But before that, I think it's so fun to see so many people actually learning Japanese or Japanese culture from the video game I grew up enjoying playing. And learning Japanese through your favorite games can be fun. But if you're really trying to learn Japanese and you are doing it the old-fashioned way, it can be pain in the butt. That's why I recommend Rosetta Stone, the partner of today's video. I'm a visual learner, so I learn languages best when I can see what the word actually means. That's why I like the immersive features of Rosetta Stone. First, you learn the language by combining words, native speech, and image together.
彼らは肉を買っています。
Okay, 彼らは肉を買っています。I'm a super visual learner, so I can really learn much easier and I think it's faster too. And second, you can practice using what you learned with the pronunciation tool. It not only checks to make sure what you say is right, but it analyzes your...
Okay, chat. Let's be honest. Snark monkey. No, but I can do that. I can certainly do that. In fact, that's why there's a point redeemed for it. Alright, chat, let's be honest. How many of you have learned Japanese words or phrases from anime? Let's be honest. Look, how many of you, like the majority of Japanese that you've learned has been from anime? Yeah. I mean, if you took classes, bravo. I do applaud you for actually taking classes for it, but let's be honest. Oh, Raiden. Yes.
your pronunciation to make sure it sounds as close to native as possible. 僕たちはこの秋まだ試合に勝っていません。This gives me a lot of confidence to talk in this language. You can practice on desktop and through the app too. Some lessons can be finished in 5 minutes, so I really like the app for studying on the go. And if you're interested in learning other languages besides Japanese, there are 25 to choose from. And by using the link in the description, you can save 60% on a lifetime subscription for all 25 languages they offer. So, if you're ready to start your language learning journey, click the link below to save on your subscription with Rosetta Stone. So now let's get back to E Honda. He doesn't speak a lot in the game, but he says this. So actually he's saying Doskoi. My husband used to say Humhoi. But I was like,
confession time. I always just thought that E Honda was making a pig sound when he was doing that. I must confess, when he did this
to E Honda, he doesn't speak a lot in the game, but he says this.
When I first heard that in the game, I'm like, is he doing like a pig sound? Because he's fat. But I was young. Please remember, I was young when I first saw Street Fighter 2 for the first time. I did not know. So I didn't know.
So actually he's saying Doskoi. My husband used to say Humhoi. But I was like, Humhoi? What does Humhoi mean? E Honda is Japanese. I don't remember E Honda saying Humhoi in the game. Doskoi is a special chant that the sumo wrestler used to express their strengths and, you know, how powerful they are. Sumo wrestler actually, when they fight Doskoi, Doskoi, they don't say it. But for Japanese, it's a very, very easy to
see. Doskoi is an example of kakagoi, a loud shout used to pump up energy or focus during a physical task. Okay.
You understand when somebody say Doskoi is, oh, he must be a sumo wrestler. So I think in this game, creator wanted to make E Honda sounds even more like he is a sumo wrestler. So instead of he saying they said Doskoi. Moving to Chun-Li, she's actually not Japanese, but she does say few words in Japanese here. Actually, the name of the move is Spinning Bird Kick, but she actually spoke in Japanese English accent, like Spinning Bird Kick. But there's...
Really? Hang on, let me hear that again.
Moving to Chun-Li, she's actually not Japanese, but she does say few words in Japanese here.
Oh, yeah. You can hear it. Yeah, you can hear it.
He's here.
Yeah. You can't, yeah, I never realized it until she just said it, that she was saying spinning bird kick in English with a really bad Japanese accent. I knew it was called spinning bird kick because, well, if anybody's ever seen the original Street Fighter 2 anime, she actually does say it when she does the spinning bird kick. So I knew what it was called, but I did not realize that in the game, she was actually saying it in English with a bad accent. Huh.
Actually, the name of the move is Spinning Bird Kick, but she actually spoke in Japanese English accent, like Spinning Bird Kick. But there's one Japanese phrase that she says when she wins.
Yeah, Ty. That one I know is I did it. I think everybody knows this one. Yatai is everybody knows that as like I did it. Because when this first came out, yatai. It like everybody, I guess because, Chun-Li, because of her thighs, became so popular, people researched it, and it largely
like
was
the
thighs? Yes, I like the thighs. And it was widely talked about how, with her, the translation is like, I did it, or I won.
Yatta is used when Japanese people celebrate or when they win the game or something. In English, you would say, yeah, or woohoo!
Oh my fucking god! She actually put in a clip for Birdemic for this. Out of all the clips she could have picked, she chose Birdemic. I don't know if that's based or just hilarious. You haven't, Leo? Okay. Leo, Birdemic is one of the all-time greatest so bad it's good movies. Because it is atrociously bad, but because the movie takes itself 100% seriously and the director took it 100% seriously, it's so bad that it's fucking hilarious. It is a hilariously bad movie, as is its sequel. Birdemic 2? Birdemic 2 is like, it takes the bad and cranks it several notches, and it's still just as bad, but it's still taken fucking seriously. Which is what's so funny. Like, the special effects are high school grade special effects. Yeah, I mean, the sequel is good, but it's just basically trying to do the original all over again. I mean, what made Birdemic such the cult so bad it's good favorite is because of its special effects. It is literally just like clip art special effects. Every single special effect in it is literally like clip art overlay in editing software. They just took literal moving clip art and stuck it in the frame, and that was their special effects. It is hilariously bad. Dubster, I will risk it. For my chat, I am willing to risk the TOS violation. That is how much I care for you.
Hey, what's with all the noise?
But I don't know why this Chinese character actually spoke in Japanese. By the way, in Dude Stage, which takes place in Suzaku Castle, actually Suzaku Castle doesn't exist in Japan. It's based on real castle called Matsuejo in Shimane Prefecture. Looking at the Dude Stage and then real Matsuejo, I think they did a pretty good job. So when you look at the both side of the screen, you see like a small signs, right? 2 signs there. It actually said Furin Kazan. Furin Kazan is a strategy that made by a very famous Japanese shogun, Takeda Shingen. He actually liked to draw Furin Kazan, this word on the flag when they went to battlefield. Fu means wind, so move fast like wind. Rin means forest. Stay still like forest. Ka means fire, fierce like fire. Zan means mountain, immovable like mountains.
Okay, so he was basically bringing in all of the natural features that the Japanese usually associate with cow. The wind, the trees, the mountains, the fire. Okay. Makes sense.
Together, it means combining speed.
Not elements. No, Blades, not elements, because trees and mountains are not elements. If it was the elements, it would be wind, earth, water, and fire. There's no water involved in this. So, never mind.
Calmness, aggression, and stability. By the way, Honda stage is actually in the Sento. Sento is a Japanese traditional public bath. So let's take a look at the left side. You see the curtain things hanging on the wall? It says Yu in Japanese. Yu literally means warm water. But when you see this sign Yu in Japan, it 100% means public bath or hot spring. And also underneath the curtain thing, it says katakana, Capcom. So I guess this center's name is Capcom Yu, Capcom Public Bath. Which is very neat.
Funny.
Actually, I just found out now, in between the mirrors is usually local advertisement. In Japan, the public bath is a very good way to promote your own local business like that. They usually put what kind of business they have and also the phone number as well. It's kind of hard to see, but I think it says Perm, which is for the local hairdresser advertisement. There's another sign that says Honetsugi, means chiropractic. So
okay, this is kind of cool. That Capcom, the attention to detail in the game was such that they actually put little advertisements in the bathhouse, just like you would see in a real public bathhouse. That's some pretty damn good attention to detail for Street Fighter 2 was late 80s? Did it come out in like late 80s, I think? Maybe early 90s? I forget. 91. Okay, early 90s. So, yeah, like very early 90s, the beginning of the 90s. And they actually have this little detail. Yeah, 91 on console, so probably 1990 in the arcade game. So the fact that they actually have little details like this is pretty cool. For like a 1990 game, that's kind of impressive for a video game company. It really is.
That's a probably local chiropractic clinic put the app here. On the right side of the stage, you can see a huge lantern. It says OED. OED means making great money, or the business is really doing good. So when you win the stage, you see the new picture on the center drawing. It said Shoubu Ari, means victory decided.
Cool. Thank you for following, Lear. Thank you. Okay, that is pretty cool. I never realized this. Like, obviously, when you've played the game, you've seen when you win, the mural, the wall mural changes like this, that's pretty fucking cool that it actually changes and it's actually holding a sign saying the victor is decided. Again, little details like that for a 1990 game is impressive. Like the level of detail that Capcom went to put into this game that people up until right now are not recognizing, but know was there, is impressive. So, like, bravo fucking vote at Capcom. No, 1990s Capcom. Bravo!
Ari means victory decided. I think it's so cool that people all around the world.
Shadowsperna, I will disagree somewhat. You still get game developers that will pay this much attention to detail. It's not often. That you are correct, it doesn't happen often, but you still get game devs that have this level of attention to detail in current gaming. It is. It's not as prevalent, but it is still there.
The world can learn Japanese from our video games. On the other hand, a part of me dies from second-hand embarrassment when English speakers use these Japanese words without knowing their true meaning. This one, you've definitely seen before. Pervert. But it's actually...
Just in case nobody decides to trigger the tinge, yeah? Yes, I like hentai. I do like hentai. It is an enjoyable, sexy art. I like my hentai. I don't care if you call me a pervert for it. I like it. I will continue to like it. And for God's sake, if Samuel L. fucking Jackson liked spanking, close enough. You know what? If Samuel motherfucking L. Jackson can say in an interview, I like anime, hentai too, there is nothing to be embarrassed about. Hentai can be gorgeous in many ways.
Not what you think it means. I'll tell the true meaning of this and other crazy Japanese words you guys use, but don't really understand in this video. So I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Okini!
Okay. Does bukake mean something completely different than what I'm always familiar with it? Yeah.